Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel or my shared world. In this video, I will give you a brief understanding of what is data science and what is its life cycle. So let's get started. So the data science is the field of the study, which is the combination of the domain expertise. The second is the programming knowledge. And the third is the concept or the knowledge of the maths and the statistics that you have learned so far. The reason is to understand your data. And for why? That is because you want to leverage your business. So overall, data science is just a one of the way or one of that such a study that help you in get some more better business decisions at the end. So for that reason, we are all understanding and learning this data science. On what? On data. So to understand the data, it's not a very easy task. It's a combination that what you have an experience so far, so you will have a very good understanding of your overall domain, whether you are in finance, marketing, retail, healthcare, in any of the sector. Every sector has their importance and their fundamentals. If you have a thorough knowledge on it, on the top you have a programming skills, which might be on Python, R, SAS, any of those programming language which help you in resolving or understanding, creating more of automation and understanding overall your data. That is what the data science is. And for all this, you are at the end going to play with the numbers. Management or anything, when you hold, you have to make a business decisions, and decisions are on the numbers most of the time. It's not like in the social media just on the tweets and the videos, and all that also comes at the end of some numbers as well. So my point of saying is that if you have a mathematics and statistics knowledge where you can compare your model, where you can understand and go with the hypothesis, because you are on the manufacturing hub as well maybe, and in that scenario where you can see some more defects, where what are, so you want to reduce more and more defects and want to leverage your business by reducing the cost, reducing the wastages. So that is what overall data science is. So now let's understand what is its in life cycle. So this is what the life cycle is. So life cycle is a kind of overall steps. You might seen kind of the similar stages of just go with the plan, then create some analysis on the top, some before analysis or after analysis there would be a design, then after that you need to implement a model, then reiterate the model and kind of maintain the models. That sounds like a software engineering, right? So that's how this overall any of the life cycle says, that you start understanding the business decision. So that's how we will say that on the data science life cycle as well. The stage one says understand the business, and after that it's come the data profiling. Data profiling says that first understand what type of data you have used here, or what is it in the data. So just go with the data profiling, just explore that without doing anything, without making any changes to your data, just see what is there. So that is called the business understanding. And to understand the client's requirement as well, then and then you can go on further analysis, another otherwise you are and just hey way going with going and understanding the data. But the point is, go and understand what is the actual problem that business holds. So that is the stage number one. The second stage says data mining and data cleansing, which is actually a data manipulation. So the second stage says if you have understood what is a client requirement and now what you want in the end. For that, sometimes it happens that the data itself have some missing data, some outliers. So that will overall impact to your analysis, right? If there is an outlier, then it will influence a lot. So how you can remove those or reduce those or do some manipulation on the top of your data. So that is a data mining and data cleansing would say, whether it's a renaming or understanding the patterns or change some patterns. Many things you can work around with your data mining and cleansing, which is a data manipulation says. The third stage says now explore the data. Once you have done that, now you can have a very good understanding and the clear picture and see the pattern, how it goes, what is a correlation, what is the relation between the variables, you can easily identify, and uh, business can understand with this visualizing that okay, this is what the data says, and this is how the history of our data says. So let's see and further drill down and understand. So now comes up a point of adding in feature engineering, which says some new fields has to be add up, that it gives you insight from, let's say just an example, let's say from the date of birth, what do you get? It's an age, so that's a kind of an a new attribute. If that age helps you in make you understand that okay, particular this type of age person or the age class person are buying more and more such products, that means you are getting some insights, that's what the target person to you. So that's how a feature engineering says. And in it also part comes up in feature engineering that you might have to reduce some of those features which are not, which are unnecessarily there in the in your data. It happens that many of those tables will, you will see in real world that they are more than 3,300 and 400 columns. So you don't need each and every other column, right? So in that scenario, feature engineering plays a very important role. Sometimes you need to normalize your data, scale up your data. So all these things comes up feature engineering. The stage number five, where most of the data scientists love, that is applying your modeling. Once you understand your data, analyze your data, clean your data, on the top you apply some machine learning model, and then evaluate this model, whether you compare it and come up with some final best model out of it. So that's what a stage 5 says, and this is how the overall data science life cycle. But if you say, is this an iterative process? Then I would say yes. And at the same time, I would say no, because you cannot go with this some iterative process. There is a stage that number one, and then from two to four, that data analysts have to go with go along and come with the final thing that this is what the data. You cannot go with some iterative process. Iterative process is when you feel that there is something you can go along, but every stage is a iterative process. The final stage, the stage once it has been clear to the next stage, is not going to be an iterative, it's going to be a final, because once you hand over from stage 2, there will be a third person on the stage 3 where they have to create the visuals. Then similarly stage 4. So less number of iteration happens here. On individual stage level, definitely, but on a higher side, if you go, then the iteration reduces. But if you want to leverage your more of your data and get some best of it, it is not a waste of going with the iteration process. So this is how the data science life cycle is. And I hope you like this video. If you really like, then do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and do support me. So thank you so much for watching.